Welcome back. I've been crocheting recently, as you've kind of seen on this channel. And with Christmas coming up pretty soon, I wanted to make a couple of crochet Christmas gifts. Let me show you what I'm making. Let's start with this tote bag. Colors I'm thinking for the actual granny squares of this project. Again, I'm working with just spare scraps of yarn that I was given for free. I have been on all my project, and I will be for a while because basically just of the amount of free yarn that I was given, which of course is a great thing. And I think that I'm going to use this sort of multicolor one to connect all the squares at the end. Actually, as I was looking at these colors, it occurred to me, because I want 27 squares, I'm going to ditch one of these colors so that I have 3 colors and can divide that into 27 a lot easier. Is this enough yarn to make 9 granny squares that are 4 by 4 inches? That's one thing that keeps recurring in my crocheting at this current ability that I'm at, is I don't know how to guesstimate how much yarn I'm gonna need to make something. I was going for a measurement of more about 4 inches, but this first square ended up more like 3.5 by 3.5. So that's what we'll go with for the rest of the squares as well. Actually, let me pause here for a second. This, even after just doing one, this is clearly not going to be enough for 9. Plus, I asked on TikTok, and the crocheters of TikTok have confirmed that's not enough to 9 squares by itself. So I think I'm going to do some sort of alternating rows, to include the green as well. I like that quite a lot. Adding the little color in there broke up the brown, so I like the design of it, and also redoing it allowed me to do the proper full 4 inches. So we'll do all of them 4 inches like I was supposed to. I got 3 of these done, and I am, as expected, running out of this yarn rather fast, so I think I'll work in groups of 3 rather than maybe 9. So for the next 3, I'll still do the same colors, but I'll do a lot more green than the brown in each square. So I've got all 27 granny squares. I like that I ended up using multiple colors in the square, and I ended up following that throughout. I think it's going to end up in a much more interesting looking bag than my original plan, which was to just have 1 color solid squares. So I like how it's ending up. Now I gotta figure out how to attach them all together. So I've got 1 of each of the 9 different squares here. These together are going to be the front panel of the bag. So I'm going to use a technique that I learned on TikTok that is to slip stitch these together. So I got this front panel connected using the slip stitch method. These 2 rows honestly turned out quite good. I was liking it. The problem is these 2 rows. They're even this one's not terrible. I was like, okay, that's okay. I'll just try to do better on the next one. I did so much worse on the next one. I hate this so very much. I think I might just not do the slip stitch and maybe just sew them together instead. Okay, yeah, I like the look of this much better. It just looks a lot neater and nicer. So I think I'm gonna undo the other one and do it like this. And so with all of those pieces sewn together, I officially have the bag part of this bag. And I also added 3 rows of a border on the top here. I think I'm going to just continue on and finish up this whole bag and straps with these, what I have left. I'm pretty sure at this stage is going to be enough just to do a little bit more border and the handles. And then we can just leave this roll untouched for a different project. As I said earlier, it's hard for me to estimate. I kind of thought that doing the borders in between and stuff would take a whole lot more than I think it will now. So, and to finish up the border around the top of the bag, I'm doing 1 single stitch into every other stitch around the top of the bag. I'm not chain stitching or doing anything in between. I did it that way so that it would kind of cinch in the top of the bag a little bit. The brown was just a little bit too loose and baggy that I liked it, so I like that this just sort of, I don't know, gave it a finished look, if you will. And then I just made a couple of straps. I used an existing tote bag that I already own and just made these straps as long as the straps are on that tote bag. Because they don't really get a video of their own, let me show you these pot holders that I made real quick too. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the little thumbs up down below. Subscribe while you're hanging out down there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.